Hi, I'm Stephen Fleski, reporting for DeSales University. Right now, I'm outside of Tucker House, where Dr. Catherine Ramsler's psychological sleuthing class has set up a mock crime scene on the third floor. Later today, 3 students from Professor David Seip's criminal investigations class will take on the role of detectives and investigate the scene.
I teach Criminal Justice 360, which is criminal investigation, and we use the crime scene upstairs to try and give the students a most realistic experience processing a crime scene. From the beginning of the semester, we've been talking about the crime scene, what we expect you to get from the crime scene when we're processing it, what we're going to do with that information once we get it. The crime scene upstairs gives them a practical chance to go upstairs, examine what they see, look for different types of evidence, and then prepare a paper for me detailing not only the evidence that they found, but what they would do with the evidence once they found it.
To prepare his students for the experience, Professor Seip gave each of them a sheet detailing the victims' relationships, hobbies, and potential motivations for their murder. The sheet concluded with information on how the bodies were discovered. Upon entering the crime scene, the first thing the students notice is an apparent double suicide. Upon closer examination, lynch marks are discovered on the female victim's neck, and numerous bruises are found on the victim's arms. There is also an overturned chair next to the victim. Next, the students discover a male victim slumped over a card table. A discharged gun, shell casings, empty pill bottles, and evidence of alcohol consumption are found in close proximity to the victim. Also on the table is an apparent suicide note that reads, "I'm tired of all these games. She was the only woman in my life and now she's dead. I have nothing left to live for. Signed, James." However, the students began to doubt the possibility of suicide when they discovered the wounds on the back of the male victim's head.
Some inconsistencies are the note seems to be written in 2 different handwritings, one in a very scribbled, potentially angry curse print, and then signed very nicely like you would see on a check. And there's also 2 spent shell casings as opposed to 1, which brings up a big question because suicides don't normally need 2 bullets.
And so the question remains, is this a suicide as it appears, or is it really a homicide? After documenting their findings for the male victim, the students proceed to investigate a pile of newspapers found scattered at the base of a desk near the room's entrance. The students also notice an empty wine bottle on top of the desk, and 2 unidentified stains on a rug nearby.
The bottle is hanging off the desk directly over the mat, so it could be consistent with the possible wine stain.
On the other side of the entrance, the students discover a second suicide note. This one reads, "Monica, we married different people. We need to stop what we're doing. Stacy is already becoming suspicious. Signed, Jack." As the students exit, they are left with a mystery. If these 2 fatalities were suicides, how can the inconsistencies in the evidence be explained? If they were homicides, who is the guilty party?
The crime scene itself, the scenario set up upstairs is not solvable. We're not looking for them to come down and tell me this person killed this person. What I'm looking for is strictly what information they're going to take from the crime scene, what evidence they're going to take from the crime scene, and what they're going to do with it. We don't design it to find out who did it, we design it to find out what they're going to do with that information once they get it from the crime scene.
Although the students felt frustrated with their inability to solve the crime, they gained valuable experience in investigating a crime scene. I'm Stephen Fleski, reporting for DeSales University.